Hey guys, sorry it's been so long, but today I'm gonna show you guys, I'm just gonna do a little tutorial, while I have time. So basically, we're just gonna, we're gonna work on it's like a typewriter effect, I guess, but it's like also like interactable stuff. So like when you click on something, it'll like, you can like interact with it and the text will appear on screen, like down here, for example, and it'll appear as typing. So that's what we're gonna work on. So how you do that, first of all, I'm just gonna put a part in that I've already prepared, and then you can just put in any object you want. I'm just gonna put in like an apple, for example, so like this, and then I'm just gonna throw it up here and then resize it a little bit. So yeah, kind of like that. Yep. And so this apple basically is just gonna be one of the interactable things. So first of all, you're gonna come up here to workspace, and then you're just gonna create a folder. This is how we're gonna put all of our interactable stuff in it. We're just gonna put, actually no, we're just gonna name it interactable. And then this, for example, first of all, make sure it's anchored and everything so it doesn't fall. And then we're just gonna rename it to apple. It doesn't really matter what you name it, but I guess it kind of does. Not really. Just kind of keeps it all organized. Then we're gonna, inside the apple, we need a couple things. First of all, we need a click detector. This is gonna detect clicks. I'm just gonna set the max activation distance to 15. This is how far away the player has to be to click it, and or how close it has to be. Like that's the maximum range. And then we're gonna put a string value inside of it, and we're just gonna name it text. This is what it'll say down here, and I'm just gonna put uh this is a cool apple. I'm literally just gonna, that's all I'm gonna put, because this is just an example. And then we're gonna go down to starter GUI, and we're just gonna insert a new screen GUI. I'm just gonna name it dialogue. And then you can implement this into like your main GUI if you only have like one, that's cool too. And then I'm just gonna put a text label in it, and then we're gonna do the size trick. It shouldn't matter for all screens. I know that I'm terrible at resizing GUI if you've watched my old tutorials. So yeah, but I'm not the best at it, so I'm just gonna kind of make it like that big, and then make the background color, or transparency to 0. And then I'm gonna make sure that it's scaled, and I'm gonna change the text to white, and I'll put a stroke on it. Actually, I'll put it like a little transparent, I guess. I'll put it like 0.3. Yeah, okay. So, now that that's done, and you can add like you can add a little font, I guess, if you want it to have a little bit of like character. I'm gonna just put mine to like, uh, that one, 'cause that one's cool, like fantasy kind of. And then we're just gonna make sure that the text says nothing on it at all. So just make sure that the text is completely blank. So just like if it says something in it, just like click on it and then backspace and then enter. So there's just nothing in there. Then inside of the text label, we're just gonna put a local script. I'm just gonna name it type. And then we're just going, oh, and then actually before we do that, we need to prepare another thing. So uh you can go into here, and there will be like, you have to find something like, if you've ever played Undertale, how Sans has like like that. You have to have that for this, or you don't have to, but I'm gonna choose to because it gives a little more character. So like if you can find a single like little beep or something like that, then just you can just drag it into the game, and then I'm just gonna rename it to boop, I guess. And I'm gonna shove it inside of there, and then I'm just gonna make, yeah, that's great. So it should sound like that. And then inside of our local script, this is gonna be a pretty simple script. It's not too big. So first of all, we need to add a debounce because that's what a cooldown is. You can name it anything you want, but I'm going to name it debounce because that's what I'm used to. And that's what most people do. Then we're going to do for IBM pairs game.workspace dot interactable, because that's what we named our folder. And then we're going to do get children do. This is going to get all of the children inside of the interactable folder. and this is gonna just what it's gonna do is it's gonna get, yeah, so it's gonna get everything. So like even if there's like 3 things in here, it'll get them. But since we only have one, we only need one. Uh, but I'll show another example with another one later. But for example, right now, we're just gonna do v.click detector because all of them should have the click detector in it. If it doesn't have a click detector, it won't work. Mouse click connect function. You can also do this with like a proximity prompt. I'll also show you guys how to do that if you want to do that. So if dbounce equals equal to false, then it's gonna check if the cooldown is not cooldown. So and then we're gonna do dbounce equals to true, so it has a cooldown, and then we're gonna do for I equals 1, and then we're gonna do hashtag v.text dot values, getting the value of the text thing that we did do. And this is gonna get, so okay, so then we're gonna do, this is getting all of the characters of the value of the text inside the value. So then we're gonna do script.parent.text equals string.sub. Basically what this is doing is it's taking all the characters inside of it and doing it one at a time. Then we're gonna do v.text.value 1 and then I. Yeah, so then that's just gonna, oops, get rid of that. That's just gonna get all the characters like subdivided. So like it'll add a character every time so it looks like it's typing. And then we'll do script dot boop, and we're just gonna play that. And then we're gonna do just a simple wait like that, nothing inside of it. That'll be 0.001, and that'll just make sure that it goes as fast as possible so it looks like it's actually typing. And then yeah, and then below this end right here, since we're ending that function, we can just like wait 3, for example, and then we'll do script.parent dot text equals to just nothing again, because we want to make sure that it's blank after, and then we'll set the debounce to false again. And that's literally all you have to do for the script. That's literally it. The rest of it is just everything in the workspace. It handles it all. And I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like in game for right now, but I'll show you what it also looks like when you add multiple, so you can customize it as much as you want. But yeah, this is what it'll look like if you play the game. So now, if we click on it, that'll happen, as you can see. So yeah, pretty cool. And if you want to add more, I'll just put like I'll put a pair in here too, I guess. So I'll just put this one in there. So that's pretty funny. And yeah, so then you're just gonna scale it up or whatever you want to do with it. And then we're also gonna shove him inside of the interactable. And then we're just gonna take the click detector and the text value, and we're gonna also put that in the pair. And then we're just gonna put pair is looking at be funny. And you can put like literally whatever you want in here, it'll spell it out. Yeah, and so and then yep, everything else is cool. Also, you can put a cursor icon in here if you want, like to make it a little more like clear that you want it to be interacted with. So if you want to like take a cursor icon like for example, let me just find one really quick. You could probably put something like this in there. Just copy the asset ID. So all you have to do is right click on it, copy asset ID, and then you shove inside the cursor icon. Again, this is completely up to you. This is optional. You don't have to do this. But I'm going to do it just so it's a little more clear that you can click on it. So yeah, now if we click play here, it's going to shuffle through all of the objects inside of the interactables folder. So now if you click on it, see, and as you can see, there's a little cursor, so you know that you can click on it. So now if you click on it, now it spells it out, or it types it out for you. So yeah, and as you can see, you can't click on it until the other text goes away. So yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, you can implement this. You can implement this in pretty much like anything you want. If you have a game that needs this, then you can use the code. Or if you genuinely just want a cool little interactable system for anything, then yeah, you can totally have that. So yeah, I hope this helped you guys. This is a little short tutorial, but I just figured I should make one just for anyone that's kind of looking for something like this. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe if it helped and like or dislike if you liked or disliked it. See you later.